Please use city life RPG examples before anything else.
No whisper target found.
Why should the CLPD hire you over any other applicants?
Um, CLPD should hire me due to my experience in the crime world. I haven't done anything necessarily myself, but I grew up around it, and I don't think it's acceptable. That's it. Just it makes me determined to catch those who break the law because they don't deserve to be free if that's what they're gonna do for a living. It's just not right.
What can you offer us that others cannot?
My sheer determination is my most dominant feature that I could offer the CLPD personally. It's just that I'm severely determined to catch anyone that's disobeying the law or perhaps breaking it severely. They just don't deserve the freedom that us obeying citizens have, and the fact that they try to take it away from us is ridiculous. And they need to be punished for it.
Mhm. What is your greatest failure? What did you learn from this poor choice?
Personally, sorry. My greatest failure is probably attempting to trust someone and then they stab you in the back. It just really teaches you what the streets are like. You can't really trust many people, and even people that seem like you can trust them, it's not real trust. All you have is friends.
What is your greatest achievement?
Um, I honestly necessarily wouldn't say I have a greatest achievement. If I were to have one though, I'd say it'd be joining the CLPD and bringing these criminals that break the law to justice if this does happen.
What do you think of how the CLPD is operating at the current moment? What would you do different to improve that?
In the current status of the CLPD, I think that they're running moderately efficiently, but the police units, however, are not spread out very well throughout the cities and the state of Altus. You don't see, honestly, I didn't see a single police officer today. And personally, from a civilian standpoint, I'd expect to see at least one police officer a day every time I get out of bed. And personally, if I was put into the CLPD, I would make sure that police units are distributed evenly so that we can get all patrol points done and make sure that we're not missing anyone that might be doing something if that hasn't been noticed before.
All right. What motivates you?
Um, what motivates me personally, my past. I had an accident when I was younger, and it really made me determined to catch those who are currently um, not being law-abiding citizens who try and take the rights away from those who really deserve them. It's it just it's ridiculous.
All right. Explain to us why you want to be a CLPD member.
Okay. Um, it's really as simple as you just you grow up with the crime and you see all these things going on. You never have the power to change it, and you may see something one day and you don't have the power to stop it or change it, and it really hurts you, man. Like I'm sure you may have been in a situation like that once or twice at least, and it's really horrible when you can't do anything to stop it. And as a police officer, you have the power to be able to protect those who can't protect themselves, and that's all really it's about. As a police officer, you have to keep those who can't protect themselves safe, civilians, obeying the law.
What do you think the role of a CLPD officer is?
The first and foremost, in my opinion, is to protect all civilians at all costs. You know, it's just it's the reason we have jobs as civilians. Or else, if there were no civilians, we wouldn't be here. There's no point. And second, foremost, you know, just catch those who would try to take the rights away, or perhaps put those civilians in danger, or break the law just in general, even if it's like a small speeding ticket or so. We still gotta stop them, make sure they're not endangering anyone.
Right. What have you done to improve your knowledge of the CLPD?
To improve my knowledge of the CLPD, I've been reading the handbooks and regulation manuals on operating procedures, and taken 2 ride-alongs as required to further my knowledge of OSU, and ask several questions along these 2 ride-alongs to increase my knowledge.
What are your goals within the CLPD?
My goals, I'd personally like to go into investigative department of the CLPD. There's just so many things that happen that no one even notices or perhaps investigates, and it just needs to be happened.
All right. Explain a time when you've worked as a team and considered the job as a success.
Um, that's an easy one, as I come from an organization that well, obviously always works as a team. We have to um, do several jobs efficiently, and otherwise, if we didn't work as a team, they would fail. 'Cause, you know, we as a company, we give the new civilians Voltus who just came off the boats fresh. You know, we give them a job. If they don't have a car, we pay to loan their car. Or if they have the money, or they just don't have a skill for driving, they don't know how to drive. We just buy the car for them. You know, or if they just generally need a job, we give them mining jobs or something. We just pay them for their services. You know, and I think my team efficiently works together to get this job done.
Nice. Have you ever been in a hostile situation? If so, how did you defuse it?
Personally, I've never been in a hostile situation in my time of Altus.
All right. Have you ever been in a situation that has made you feel uncomfortable?
Well, to be honest, I have had some like people drag racing, you know, speeding around. It's just it really makes you nervous when you're driving because they could hit you at any time, and you know your life's over. It's just it's very sad that it's how fast someone's life can end. Is someone just having a little fun and then someone's gone.
How do you handle being given orders that you might not agree with?
Personally, from a company standpoint, or perhaps just a ranking standpoint, if I'm giving an order or given an order, I must carry it out as I'm required to by my higher up, no matter what I agree with.
The
To
next. Okay. Yep.
personally, to some extent, you must question it if it's completely insane, or you may think they're under the influence of something, of course.
The next 4 questions are scenarios.
Okay.
You are dispatched to a shots fired called, and upon arrival you discover a body on the ground and several individuals with weapons out. Run me through your next steps upon arriving.
Next 3 steps. Um, how many armed personnel are there? Again, sorry.
Let's say 4.
4 people. That's a lot of people. Well, in this circumstance, given there's 4 people, you'd probably want to call for backup just in case they do perhaps injure you to the point where you aren't able to help the civilian currently on the ground. And if perhaps they don't injure you, then you're going to want to order them to holster their weapons and then restrain them for your own safety until backup arrives and you can deal with the situation.
Alright. After completing your training and being released for solo duty, you pull over a vehicle to identify that he is a friend of yours. You discover that the individual has outstanding warrants for speeding. You ask the individual to step out of his car, do a quick search of his person and the car, and discover drugs as well in the car. What do you do with this friend?
Um, Given the fact that there's drugs, he probably just restrain him from my safety. He may have a weapon to guard his product, or maybe he might have some friends around. So just restrain him for my safety, and then call an additional in case there is perhaps another person around escorting him. And then from that point on, once the other officer arrives, we'll figure out how much warrants are worth for the ticketing, and then how much time he'd be in for the drugs, and we go from there.
You are patrolling near the international airport and spot a vehicle traveling at a high rate of speed. You begin your pursuit of the vehicle and other officers join in. Eventually the suspect crashes and destroys their vehicle. The suspect is handcuffed, moved into the police vehicle, and ready for transfer. Who handles the arrest?
Um, from my personal experience and my knowledge, I'd say it's the first responding officer normally who deals with the arrest, unless otherwise told by a commanding officer to for someone else to do it.
Can you follow rules?
Indeed, I can follow rules.
Do you have enough knowledge and experience with the City Life mod to be able to contribute to the CLPD?
Yes, I do.
Have you ever been part of the CLPD?
No.
Alright. Being part of the CLPD requires members to be active in-game and on the forums. Can you be that individual?
Yes, I can.
Alright. This concludes the interview portion. However, I must inform you of the following. If hired, your activity level drops to an unacceptable level, you will be placed on subject for removal list. Do you understand this?
I understand.
While completing your training, you will be requested to do ride-alongs with other officers until released for solo patrol. Do you understand?
I understand.
If there is no officer for you to ride with, you will be required to perform desk duties at the main PD or assist in other matters.
I understand.
At any time during your recruitment stage, the CLPD command staff has the right to terminate your employment with the CLPD should we feel this is not the right career for you. You will be watched continuously by supervisors and commanding staff, so always be aware that you are being observed for good and bad situations.
I understand.
Thank you for coming for your interview. You are free to leave now.